Welcome to another Stewart Media vlog, coming to you today from the beautiful sunny downtown Monash Freeway. Today another SEO vlog, search engine optimization or search engine marketing vlog. I want to tell you a little bit today about how you can find out a little bit more about your own website and how specifically Google is treating your website or what it thinks of your website. One of the, as we've spoken about before, one of the things that the search engines do is they send out bots or software that basically moves from link to link around the web and indexes the pages that it finds in its own database. So when someone does a search or on your site or on a keyword, the links that it returns are links out of the search engine's database. And then when you click on those links, you go off to the site. So I'm sure we've all had the experience before of clicking on a link that's been returned by a search engine, only to find that the page doesn't exist anymore or the site doesn't exist. And that's because the search engines update the links periodically. Now, I mean, a site, a good website, if it's structured properly, should have the search engine bots coming a couple of times a day. And especially if you're updating your content, once or twice a week. The reason for this is that they don't look at the whole site in one go. But one of the easiest ways you can find out about what, say, Google thinks of your site is to go and type into Google site : that's the two dots, site : only type that once, and then the URL of your website, so your website address without the HTTP, just your www dot and the name of your site. And what will be returned is what Google has in its database about your site. So if your site is, say, I don't know, 50 pages long, and you've only got one page in there, that's not good. Or if, alternatively, if your site is a couple of hundred pages big and you might have 100 pages, well, that's not bad, that's pretty good. But it can be better. Google should be able to find every page on your site easily. And that's all about having the right sort of links throughout the site. So it can move from link to link, because that's the only way it can find the pages on your website. The other thing you can also try, if your site has, and we've spoken about this before, if your site uses the W's, www, or it may not use the W's, it may just be the base URL, as in, say, family.com.au. Make sure you type both of those into Google, site with the W's and without the W's. The other thing you can try to find out, and this is more to do with your Google page rank, the other thing you can find out is how many sites link to you that Google knows about. So this isn't necessarily how many sites link to you, it's the ones that Google knows about. And the way to find that out is link : and then the name of your site. And Google will return a page of results that tells you how many sites it has in its database to link to pages on your site. And you will find also, if you do it with and without the W's, you may get different results. Now, just on the W's, in case you're wondering what it's all about, the W's were a bit of a hangover from the early 90s when the web first started. Back then, we used to have let's say in my case, stewartmedia.com.au, you would have www.stewartmedia.com.au, you would have ftp.stewartmedia.com.au, and there was also a bunch of others. And back then, the reason for this was what the subdomain, which is what we're talking about here, the W's, they were actually pointing at a different machine within that one domain. Now, this is no longer the case. I mean, you can have thousands of websites sitting on one machine because things have changed a lot since the early 90s, but we've still got the hangover of having the W's. A good webmaster will set up your site so you don't actually need the W's. They're actually superfluous. In most instances, I would recommend you have both, but market your site without the W's and get people to link to your site without the W's, because Google and the other search engines treat sites with W's and without the W's as separate sites. So you might have one page rank for www and another page rank for just your base domain name. So what you should be doing, in case you haven't read the article on duplicate content, is have both set up, so if someone types one or the other in, they still get to your site, but ask your webmaster to do what's called a permanent redirect on your W site to your base site. And if they don't know what that means, then give me a call and we'll take over your business for you, because you haven't got a very good webmaster. But seriously, get a permanent redirect happening on that. And if you've only got one or two links in Google when you do your site :search, basically that means that Google isn't coming to your site, or it's coming to your site, but it can't find any of your other pages. And that could be for a whole bunch of reasons. So if you have that problem, please give us a call on the number on your screen right now, 0403 833 952. That number again is 0403 833 952. And thanks for watching another Stewart Media vlog.